Good morning, sweet world. Here I got for you something really unique, because today I have a solid gold Breitling chronograph from the 40s. I'm a really watch enthusiast, watch lover, so I love watches in every style, from every material, from every age. There's really no difference for me. Classic, elegant, diver. I only want to see how it looks, if I like it or not, if it fits my collection. There is really no style preferences for my taste. And for example, I have a couple of vintage watches, and here you have an example of it. This is like a Breitling watch from the 40s. This is a manual winded chronograph. Probably there was no automatic then, even. So this is a manual winded movement, and keep in mind that this is like 80 euros old watch, so don't expect modern build quality from those kind of watches. You should appreciate them for their looks, because there are many elements on it that cannot be reproduced nowadays. For example, the color of the dial. Here you have something like a salmon dial with gold plated indexes. I'm not sure if you can see the gold plating on the indexes because of the my window reflection. I see it in reality, but you may not see it. Although this kind of looks of the dial cannot be reproduced nowadays. Of course, the styling of the watch, of many watches from the past, there are many watches produced nowadays inspired by some vintage old models, but unique feel and unique look can be established only during passing of time. Here this watch is, as I said, it's made from solid gold. You have two gold stamps, one here and one on the back, confirming this fact. Although keep in mind that if you want to buy it just for the gold, probably it won't be a best idea, because many watches, for those old watches, have parts like inflated with air. For example, they have some empty spaces in looks. I'm not sure how it is in this model, because I would have to break the look or something like that to discover it, to look how it is in this particular model. But overall, the watch is extremely light. It weighs itself around 40 grams with the movement, so there is not so much gold in this gold watch as you can predict, but of course it is solid gold watch. But also it has some metal parts in it, like the movement itself, and the caseback is from solid gold. But all those old watches always have two casebacks, because gold is easy to bend, and underneath this gold surface here you have also a metal caseback to protect the movement better. This watch is 37 millimeters without the crown, so quite small watch, but I would say it wears very good, because I have relatively small wrist, 17 and a half centimeters. Yes, it could be a bit bigger, but thanks to used material, thanks to how the solid gold is shiny in itself, I would say, in every way. Maybe I would say this is like almost perfect size. Maybe if it was 39, maybe it would be a little bit better for me, but I wear it without problem, and it has enough wrist presence thanks to used material. This is a manual winded chronograph, as I said, so you can start the chronograph, but don't expect like modern quality of using the watch from 80 years old watch. When you wind the crown, it won't be so smoothly like in the modern days Breitling. Also, chronograph, sometimes it will stop, sometimes it won't. For example, now it won't. But it's really not a big problem, but you have to keep this in mind. You have to do it a couple of times and reset in this model without a problem. Maybe you will need some service, but also service of these old watches are a bit risky, and when everything's works, I don't see any point of it besides some oiling and something like that that should be due from time to time. Last thing is the value of this watch. It's really hard to say what is the value of it, because when you see on the internet or on the buy now auctions, the prices will be really high. For sure something around 2,000 euros maybe even, because keep in mind this is an old watch, this is really a one-time thing, and it is from solid gold. But I would say the value of it, it's from 1,000 euro to 1,500, depends how much the buyer really wants it, and on the condition, the color, brand and stuff like that. This is for sure something unique. Here you have it on genuine crocodile strap with a Breitling buckle. I'm not sure that the buckle is corresponding well to the age of the watch, but I was happy to find a gold plated buckle, because Breitling itself never made gold plated buckles, only from solid gold or stainless steel. So I didn't want to spend a fortune on solid gold buckle. That's why I'm happy with this. This is probably some older, and maybe somebody gold plated it. I'm not sure, but it looks good and it's good enough for me. That's probably it. So a Breitling chronograph from the 40s. Maybe I will do you a bit a close-up on the end, that you can see the dial more and how the second hand is moving. As you can see the step of the second hand, so it isn't that smooth, but this is a thing with a really old movement. As I said, you cannot really expect modern dance quality when you operate the watch and how it operates, but it keeps time really good, and I have really no issue. Maybe besides this chronograph, sometimes you have to push it a couple of times to stop it. It rested without a problem, so I'm fine with it. Okay, so Breitling chronograph solid gold from the 40s. Thank you, bye.